Monday Night Football, baby. We're here.
Touchdown in 46 seconds. Punches back. Touchdown.
Oh, if you didn't know, it's the Print Factory here, a little combo edition, NBA, MLB on today's show again for the people. Two-man booth right now. We got Big T at Big T44 DFS in the house. We're going to talk a little NBA first and then MLB second. I'm, of course, JSU. Smash the like button on the video here, guys. Nice early show for you as we do have an early MLB slate today. 1:05, I think, is the start time for MLB. 6-game slate over on DraftKings. So we fired this thing up a little earlier today. And like I said, we'll hit the hoops first, get some more lineups for baseball, and then we'll hit baseball second here. Big T, you got your yellow on, your yellow outfit on. You ready to roll today?
Oh yeah, we're united. We're united today behind Denver. We had all the press conference fun. We're ready to go today. I loved some of the back and forth that I was listening to in those press conferences the last couple days. Like I'm sure you listened to it because in the playoffs we listen to everything. But Adelman's press conference was freaking hilarious. He was like, "I can't wait for the podcast." He had me in stitches talking about it. Talking about their defensive rating, that they're 109. They got a 109 defensive rating and all the funny stuff. I love the back and forth Wolves and Nuggets. It's just a fun series.
Yeah, it's your type of series. Honestly, yeah. It's this is exactly what you like too. You love the trash talk. You thrive on the trash talk. Actually, that's your favorite. So
I even love it when it's the other side. Minnesota chirping. I love it. I love how he trash talks. I love that it's probably, Minnesota's the 4th best team in the West too. Like I like that it's high level basketball. So it's fun. I like everything about it.
Yeah. So we got a good 3-game slate here on DraftKings tonight. Obviously the Nuggets game is the late game here, but solid 3-game slate coming off.
They're starting it earlier tonight though. We've been on this 10:30, 11, where it doesn't start till 11. Even for me, like I always laugh at that, but these games are literally ending at like 1:30. I'm tired. Like,
it kind of makes sense too. Honestly, like, why not start it at 9:30? 9:30
still late. Like, it's late. Yeah. That's perfect. It ends at midnight instead of 1:30. Like, it's perfect. Yeah, and they should start these games even if the other game's not over. They keep waiting for the other game to end. It's like, just start it. Because even if it was 10:30 and they started, I know I sound like an old guy. I'm an old guy now, so I'm allowed.
Yeah,
but
there you go.
If they say it's going to start at 10:30, which is already late, but then it starts at 10:53 because the other game was still going.
No, yeah, I've noticed that too, where it's like, okay, we're just gonna hold off, and it's like, why not just tip off? You know what I mean? People don't care if they switching off, they miss the first.
And it's the first round of the playoffs. They don't need to. Even for Denver, man. So Denver's 2 hours behind Eastern, obviously. 8:53 local time. You're not. And again, I'm sounding like an old guy, but like kids, like Grayson, my son, like he can't watch it. He wants to watch the Nuggets. I let him stay up late. Like I don't have a really strict rule.
I know you
staying up till 1 a.m. Yeah. Like it's not even reasonable. So that part sucks too.
That's the thing, though. It's not even because you're an old guy. It's more because you have kids who want to watch the Nuggets, and it's
he can't even watch the beginning.
Yeah, he can't. He can't. They'll fall asleep. They're tired, exhausted by the end of the day. It's too late. It's too late. So, but the problem is they're trying to find a happy medium with the time changes and stuff like that. They're trying to find the window, and there just isn't for Eastern Standard Time when you get this late.
And the ratings are going to be best with that slot because obviously the West Coast is peak, and you just hit all the dynamics. So I get it for sure.
Yep, that's the reason. So whether you like it or not, it is what it is, Tony. That's the way it goes sometimes. But I just want to quickly hit on yesterday's games if you had any thoughts. I mean, the Magic first half, they're in it. It's back and forth. Then that third quarter happens. It was like 30-3 run or whatever. Crazy run by Detroit. It was a lot of, defense into offense too, which is, I think, how Detroit needs to play to win. They need to actually both teams, honestly, they need to turn some defense into offense. And Detroit was just better in that third quarter. And Orlando went super cold. And it was interesting after the game, Chuck was talking about it, or it was at halftime. I think Chuck might've been talking about it. He was like, I don't understand why these teams don't run more. Like they don't like push and get out and fast break more in the offense. And it's like, I mean, he's kind of right with that, with these two teams. Like Orlando has better offensive players. And it's like, you got to do something because Detroit's like offensive players just in a vacuum are not as good as a lot of these teams. We're just talking Orlando, but wait until they get to like Boston or New York or some of these other teams where they're really going to be behind in that standpoint. So I thought that was kind of interesting here. And you saw it in the third quarter. So I don't know if there was a switch flip, but you saw it with Detroit.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it a lot on the show, and I thought that Detroit would respond. I mean, Orlando is not – they have the same issues that Detroit has. Like you said, they have trouble scoring at times. They can't shoot great. I thought Detroit would respond. I was a little concerned after I thought it would be earlier, honestly. Like the first half, I was like, man, if Orlando somehow wins this game, it gets real hairy. So – they responded and yeah, I mean, boring game, honestly. I didn't love watching it. The East is tough to watch after some of the West games. But yeah, I mean, it went pretty standard to how I thought it would go.
Honestly, both those two games yesterday were kind of tough watches in different ways.
I mean, the OKC, the first two rounds for OKC are going to be brutal. And I want to talk about this because it's not versus Denver for once. And everyone's talking about it now. And it makes it even better because I hate Phoenix and I hate Devin Booker more than freaking anybody. But some of these calls, man, and everyone's talking about it on Twitter, but like, I mean, it's getting egregious. And OKC fans get real sensitive about this stuff. You guys are a great team still. No one's saying you're not. But anyone that disagrees with this whistle they get, man, Devin Booker has a great up and under move. They call it offensive foul. Like every other thing the other way is a foul every time. They call the worst technical in the history of basketball on him. I mean, he's not really I agree with him in the press conference too. He said in 11 years he's never really called out a ref. I don't remember him ever complaining, really. Like, it's got to be so frustrating when OKC's way better than you. And on top of it, they just get every call. Caruso and Dort are allowed to, like, legally molest you out on the court and no whistles. And it was so frustrating last year, obviously, with Caruso just mugging Jokic. Like,
I was going to say, there's just a little bit of last year with the Nuggets and Caruso.
I watch it every series, though. Like, he murders people, and then he's like, that's a technical on Booker, and then they just call it. Like, it's just – because it's not going to impact the series. If anything, they should give the whistle the other way for once and, like, get the people off their back.
Especially in the beginning, right? Like, it's not going to matter that much in the grand scheme of things with OKC. Like, I mean, I'm with you. The whistle is just crazy.
I thought it was Adam. He does kind of look like Adam Silver.
Yeah, he does.
With the Big Brother chick, though. That's why I respect it. That Big Brother chick's solid.
Yeah, see, this is what stinks, too. Like, honestly, we don't even know like how good they are without the whistle because we just haven't seen it in so long. But
it's so frustrating.
They're a really good team. They really do get away with a lot on defense that a lot of other teams just don't get away with, honestly. Yeah. I mean, watch the Detroit game. Oscar Thompson would love to get away with some of the things that Lou Dort and Alex Caruso were getting away with I mean, Jalen Suggs is just draped on guys. You know, he'd love to get away. You know, there's just so many things I can point to, and I'm like, OKC's like the only one that actually gets away with it. Like it's just wild to me. For whatever
the
reason.
fouls are fouls. Like that's what makes it frustrating to me. Is like they need a rule change. Like the Harden
Booker going up.
Well, that was. I'm not even talking about that.
That was a
horrible.
pure basketball move, and they're
if
like,
anything, it's an and one too. He's coming forward into him. Like, if anything, it's either a no call or an and one.
And I thought Devin did a really good job of showing, like he was going like up. You know what I mean? Like if you're going up and it's natural and you're not leaning, like some guys will lean forward and it's unnatural. I'm fine with calling those where they actually lean forward. But when you're going legit, almost perfectly straight up, you can't call.
Shot fake too. Caruso's coming forward. It was so
good. Like either
you know it's bad too when everyone on the court, no one like thought it was going the other way. Like it and the tech. No one knew it was a tech either.
Remember Jalen Williams thought the tech was just on him for like the first 25 seconds. He's freaking out. He's like, me? And then all of a sudden they realize, no, it's the other. Even the announcers were like, double tech. Jalen Williams has a tech. Yeah. Oh no, it's Devin Booker.
No one can believe it. Like it's just. And then the ref, I seen the thing on the ref it took me 10 minutes to figure out what the actual was for. They said it was because he threw the ball back after the whistle. I've seen people throw the ball back 1,000 million times in my life. Like
he was trying to throw the ball back into play. That happens all the time, by the way. They said
it was because it was after the whistle. I'm like, oh, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah, in real time, Devin Booker's like listening to the whistle as he's whipping that thing back.
And how many times have you seen it though in basketball? Your whole life, like they do it on purpose 1,000,000 times. This wasn't even on purpose. Dude, sometimes they'll turn and just launch it off them.
Throw it at someone to hit it off of them. That should never be a tech. That's just it's so bad.
It was egregious. Like I hope they don't find Booker for what
they're gonna find him because he called out the ref by name.
No, like just make a statement though. Just be like, we get his frustration. We're not gonna fine him because
they should come out and say the ref was wrong for some of these calls. That's what they should come out. Yeah. They should come out and say they made a mistake. That one foul with the up and under that should have been either an and one or a no call, and the tech is rescinded. He didn't do anything. They should come out and do that, but the NBA is going to probably fine him because he called that dude out by name. He said it too. He's like, I haven't called out a ref by name in 11 years, but James, he was terrible or whatever he said. So
it sucks too because like it wasn't going to impact the game. Phoenix wasn't going to win. Like it just, we shouldn't even be talking about it today. Like, if a team is totally mismatched, like why are we calling these things?
You know what's funny though? We shouldn't be talking about today, but if you're the NBA, it's genius. Yeah. Like we're talking about it. You know what I mean? Honestly, we're really not
tweeting about it. We're talking about it.
We're really not talking about the game that much. If it just goes like natural with none of that bullshit, maybe it's a little closer. OKC still probably wins in the end. So it's like, I don't know. It's kind of genius in a way. They got us talking about, so they got us everyone tilted on Twitter talking about it. I mean, that's what they want. They want that.
All the interactions, and then the more important point too, though. So now we're a week into the playoffs. Wemby's out with a concussion. Jalen Williams has a bad hammy or whatever. Like the injuries are popping. They always do. That's why you can't fully get ahead of yourself because each injury is huge.
It is. I'll just keep going back to that Nets team that was awesome. And what happened, Tony, in that series where they lose Harden, they lose Kyrie, and then it's just KD.
And the whole team destructs.
And the whole team, exactly. And it's just it's like that's what happens in the playoffs. It's a lot of it is not just who's the best team, but who's the team from a nutrition standpoint to stay healthy and get through the gauntlet. Because it is a gauntlet, man. The first round being 7 games, honestly, they should go back to 5. That's one of, I know why they won't, but they really should in the first round. Like, we don't need to see seven games of OKC or 4 or even 4 wins from OKC. We don't need to see
The
that.
Denver Minnesotas are a lot more rare than the other way. Like,
yeah. Well, there's more of the other way than there is
a lot
Denver,
more too.
Minnesota.
I mean, there's only about 1 or 2 series this whole first round that really excite me, if I'm being honest. Like, even if there's like the Lakers Houston, even if we see an upset, that series doesn't like get me excited.
No, because we know they're gonna lose to whoever they play in the next round. Like, it's like it's almost pointless in a way, but that's just the way it goes. I mean,
what happens when Jalen Williams is somehow out for a while and they pick up one more injury and then somehow Luka and Reeves come back?
Well, then it becomes interesting if that happens.
Just totally flip it the other way somehow with injuries.
I mean, yeah,
like
then
Chet rolls an ankle or something, and yeah, I mean, they are deep, but you still can't lose your top dogs.
No, definitely. I mean, they can't. You don't want to lose Jalen, and if you lose like someone else key to even like Caruso,
Caruso would be bigger than people want to give. Or Dort, Caruso and Dort are good on defense.
Yeah,
it makes a big difference.
So, I mean, that does change things though, Tony. I mean, it'll be interesting to see. Is there like a possible spot? Are you going to bet Denver again right now while the odds are kind of the way they are?
Not for the series, I'm not, but I'm going to bet them tonight for sure.
Yeah. Oh, I meant to win, like to go all the way.
No, I mean, I already got enough on them to win.
Okay.
I'm not going crazy with that.
All right. Well, let's get.
I do like them though, but I'm not going crazy with it.
I know you. I just meant because Wemby went down.
Yeah.
You got Jalen Williams going.
It's still
down.
a long time though. It's a long marathon. Like Wemby might be fine after this series. Like, I mean, it's yeah. And Gordon popped up on the injury report, so I got concerns of my own. Like, I don't. He's always hurt. Like when he goes down, things are a lot different.
He's another guy. Like they can't afford to lose Aaron Gordon.
He's already on the injury report. We're only 2 games in. Like he just can't stay healthy.
Yeah, he hey, you got your championship where he
I know that's why it's all free. I mean, for a team like Denver, it's all free gravy now because they got the one at least. But this is their window. The window's closing.
All right, well, let's get into it. I see some Sixers love in the chat. No Sixers tonight, but we'll get to that game at some point. The Sixers. I mean, Boston's one of those teams, Tony. They're gonna miss 33s and suck. So,
did you see this clip I posted?
Dude, I saw that.
Tell me that dude didn't look just like me.
He did look just like you. And the fact
I had
that
so many people say that was me. It was Colorado too. So like,
the fact that I know you have a bunch of family, like you got a bunch of your family's big too. If people don't, you got a lot of you got brothers and sisters and a ton of people, cousins, all that stuff. It wouldn't shock me if there was a lone knee house
one out there that we didn't know about.
Yeah, just hanging out somewhere. So where's Papa Knee House at? Where's Papa T at? I mean,
being there so mean, way skinnier. Well, I'm way skinnier than that guy.
Oh, come on, Bean Air. He was actually a little on the skinnier side.
It was his face that looked like mine. Like it
had
the same haircut, like the same.
What a play, too, by the way. Athlete. I mean,
laying out for it.
Yeah. All right. 3-game slate here. Let's dive in. Knicks and Atlanta. First game up, 1-1, Tony. A lot of good plays last time out in this game. And the prices, I mean, they bumped up CJ a little bit. They bumped up Kuminga. Dyson Daniels kind of staying pat. Noah staying pat. I mean, the only one that got a significant bump, I think, on that side was CJ, about 800. And then looking at these Knicks prices, I mean, Brunson and Cat, slight bumps, but not really that big of a deal. OG at 5,900 looks good. Mikal Bridges got bumped a couple hundred. Josh Hart got bumped to 6,300. That's a decent bump for him. I think he was 55 first game. What are we seeing with this game? Still got some pretty good price tags here.
Great price tags. And as the series go, you got to adjust a little. I mean, CJ McCollum, now you go back home too. Like he had those 2 good games on the road. Now you go back home. These guys are always going to play better at home. I know his price went up, but man, it's tough not to play CJ McCollum in this spot because obviously Jalen Johnson's a beast, but Nas more of a, I don't want to say role player, but more of just a two-way player. That 6,800 is tough for him. Dyson Daniels, another two-way player that, like, I love Dyson Daniels as a player, but, like, I don't love the upside as much as CJ because CJ can just score the ball. So Dyson Daniels is fine. Like, I even think he's a pretty good play, Dyson Daniels. Na's okay. Jalen's okay. But McCollum, I don't know how I'm not playing him. And then Kuminga played, 35 minutes. I mean, if you're getting 35 minutes from Kuminga and he played good, he's still only 4,700. I'm going to have to like that. Did any of these random dudes get, like, Gabe Vincent got 14 minutes? We probably don't need any of those guys. But CJ McCollum and Kuminga, just great plays to me. What about Okongwu? How many minutes did he get? 30 minutes. 30 minutes is a lot for Okongwu at under 6K. So I actually like him too. The Hawks are good plays. And then you get to the Knicks, who are still underpriced too, I would say, but they're going on the road. Jalen Brunson, I mean, 42 is about pretty standard. Cat, I'm never really gonna like Cat all that much, especially in this matchup where you got a bunch of pretty good defenders the other way, physical players. What if Atlanta could get that OKC whistle? They'd be even better too with all these defender types they got. OG. I do like OG. He's always going to play 40 minutes. He is solid. 5,900. Always going to like that. Josh Hart, same thing. I mean, Josh Hart and OG, it's tough to go wrong playing guys like this. They're going to play high 30s minutes. They stuff the whole stat sheet. Josh Hart in the 40s both games. And then Bridges stinks. Mitch Robb, I always like him, but when he's over 4K, I don't have to really get excited about that. And then they got no bench, so like always, even without Tibbs, they're gonna just play these guys. So for me, it's OG and Josh Hart. It is CJ and Kuminga.
Yeah, I'm with you 100% on OG and Josh Hart. They look like the clear best Knicks plays. I'd probably put Brunson next, then Cat, then Mitch Robb is how I'd probably rank the Knicks, but those two mid-tier guys, I definitely are going to want some. And then the Hawks plays. The Hawks, to me, have more plays I think I have interest in overall. If I were to rank like the whole slate, because I like CJ again. I think Kuminga, I said it too on the last show. I said, there's no way this dude is going to only take 7 shots again. He comes out, takes 12 shots. He played a lot better in that game. And what happened? He saw 35 minutes, a bump from, I think, 27. So, and he took some minutes, I think, from Okongwu from game 1 to game 2. So, Kuminga seems underpriced. And if you get bad Kuminga, you probably still get 25, 27 minutes, just because he seems like the clear guy off the bench they're playing, given a chance to. And if you get good Kuminga, he could get 30 plus minutes here at 4,700. So I don't see what's wrong with that. And then I'm definitely, I played a ton of Dyson Daniels last time out. I got to go back to the well here. It hurt me last game, but I'm going right back to it here. 6,100, got a ton of upside. Can't not go wrong with that. I think though on this slate,
Dyson Daniels is gonna burn you all playoffs.
I know he's gonna burn me.
He's a con. You don't usually like the condoms. Like he's
not a condom play though. A condom play is someone that can't get you 40, doesn't have upside. He actually can.
He has no offensive game, Jess.
PC's back. I hear him. He's back. Yes.
He's got no offensive game. You're 100% right, but he's got every other.
I'm just going on a
fantasy point.
We need to argue more on these shows. This is a condom play. Like,
it's not a condom play. A condom play is when they can't do it. He's not a condom play.
He's our tiebreaker again. Yeah. He says condom.
The dude had 50 like 2 games ago. How is that a condom play?
one time.
You're
Like,
gonna tilt me hard right now. The guy
he's
has
gonna.
50 in a
Do we need to get the
triple-double.
record for the playoffs going again?
Yeah,
You're
get
1-0.
the record.
I want to
'cause
get back to 1-1
I'm
tonight.
2-0 now. Duncan Robinson had like
I didn't
Robinson
argue against
fire
Duncan
symbol.
Robinson. No, I'm not taking it. I played Duncan Robinson. I'm not taking it.
You didn't like him. You literally
No,
laughed
it was
at me.
4K. No, I'm
I
not
tried
taking
to
an L
tell
on Duncan
you. I
Robinson.
tried to tell you he was 4K. What
But
do you
I'm not
think you
taking
want?
an L on him. You're 1-0. I take my
man.
L's when I need to.
JSU has lost it. I don't know about that. Let's
Yeah, I'm
calm
getting
down
back
right
to
now.
1-1 on Dyson.
Let's calm down right now. Holy crap.
So what
JSU.
talks are you playing then? You're playing 3 of them?
So CJ, Dyson, Kuminga are the 3 best.
You think CJ and Dyson negatively correlate a little bit?
I don't. CJ's a scorer and Dyson's not a scorer. You guys just told me Dyson doesn't
We got
score.
him fired up, DC. We did it.
How do they negatively correlate? They
Yes.
perfectly correlate. I mean, I don't understand. I mean,
I don't understand JSU's obsession with Dyson Daniels. It makes no sense to me.
it's a 3-game slate and he's 6,100.
You recommend him every slate, and he freaking sucks.
He does love Dyson Daniels.
I'm a fan of Dyson Daniels' game. I love his game. I think he's a really good
He's
player.
like the anti-Allen Iverson. I don't understand.
Anti-Allen Iverson.
I'll tell you this right now. Every team needs a Dyson Daniels. Every team needs a player like this that doesn't look to score, but does everything else on the floor.
He plays like I do on a 5v5 game at the Y.
Do not compare yourself to
setting
Dyson
screens.
Daniels.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Dyson, I'm trying to defend your honor right now, Dyson. It's not working out well.
No
Jeez.
points for deflections, JSU. It's not.
I mean, when he gets the steal off a deflection, you get points, don't you? I don't know. I hope this dude gets like 8 stocks today just to shove it right up you guys'
3
ass.
stocks and 20 fantasy points.
Oh yeah, here we go. 20 fantasy points. Okay, you Scott. Okay. All right,
6 points.
Tony. That's what I'm doing here. You can
Let
stay
me
in Atlanta.
tell you this. I'm just gonna. He shot 12 shots in 2 games.
He doesn't. I just said he doesn't shoot.
You're
How
just
many
banking on the stocks?
How many times do I have to say that he doesn't look to
You're
score?
banking on stocks, though.
I'll tell you right now, Dyson Daniels' game, he does 2 things. He shoots layups and he shoots little floaters. That's about it. He doesn't do anything else.
Sounds like a great fantasy asset.
Well, when he drops 10, 10, and 10, I'll be
We're
pretty
never
happy.
going to hear the end of it if Daniels goes off today.
Dude, if Daniels triple doubles tonight, you guys are never hearing the
he's
end of it.
triple double too. There's no way those aren't in his tickets tonight. The triple double.
Oh, it's going to be now that you guys just pushed me over the edge. Double, triple double. I'm betting them both right now. Just, you know what's going to happen too? He's going to Draymond Green me, where he gets 10 assists and 10 rebounds, but only 6 points. And we miss the triple double. He's going to totally do that. All right. That's the first game. Me and Tony, it sounds like we like plays from this game. The plays may differ a little bit, but we definitely like it.
My slate this time is going to be, when we keep the 3 games on the same slate, it's going to end up a lot of the same takes. But I think the Denver game has a lot of good plays, and I think this game has a lot of good plays. The middle game, as we talk about, I'll be a little lower on.
Well, let's go to it, because Cleveland and Toronto, we've been pretty low on this game in general. I did say, though, I told you guys last time out that Colin Murray-Boyles was going to get more run as this series went on, because Toronto just had to change something up. He's a two-way guy. What happened last time out went from 20 minutes to 26 minutes. This rookie can play. He went from 24 to 30 fantasy points. They kind of phased out Podol completely. Sandro also had a big game. He played a little bit more. And I think that could stick here. I think Podol doesn't really fit. I think Murray-Boyles and Sandro kind of fit better. And Sandro's kind of a weapon off the bench. They need a little more punch scoring, and he can give it to him. He can stretch the floor a little better than Podol. So it kind of makes sense to me. And I think, again, they're the only 2 plays from Toronto that I really like a ton. I mean, RJ Barrett looks cheap. I think he's okay at home. I think you can play him. But But like it's definitely those cheap guys. And then on the Cleveland side, I think it's even easier. I think it's just Donnie Mitchell. If you want to spend up for Donnie Mitchell, he's gonna be solid. He's gonna give you 45 plus fantasy points at 8,700. It's probably gonna play, pretty well. It just kind of depends on, do you think Ant, Jamal Murray, Brunson, how do you rank those guys, right, Tony? Because I think Donnie on the surface looks like a pretty safe play to me if you want to spend.
Yeah, I keep comparing them to like Tatum, even though they're not the same player. Like with their 8K price tags, with their 50-point consistency, it's just a matter of value, though. Like when we look through the slate, there's not a ton of value out there. I like a lot of the mid-range guys that we talked about in the last game. I obviously like Jokic, who I think will respond in a big way tonight. It's tough for me to get to Donovan Mitchell, but I do think he's a good play. I think Harden's a good play too. Like, well, one of those two guys is definitely good plays. Going back to Toronto, some of the role players, there's no way I'm playing anyone else from Cleveland. Like, no way I'm playing any of the cheapies. So it would just be Mitchell and Harden, not even Mobley, not Jared Allen on the road. Toronto, all those role players are going to be in better spots going back home. I do think RJ Barrett's got to be pretty popular with these minutes and another mid-range play similar to the last game where you're just getting 40 minutes for a cheap tag. And if you build a team with like all Josh Hart, RJ Barrett, OG, like you're going to feel pretty good about your minutes where you're getting all these 6K guys that are playing 40 minutes a night and he's back home. I don't love RJ Barrett as much as like Josh Hart, but his price tag is cheap. I think that the guy that sucks is Brandon Ingram. I've always hated him. He's been horrible the first two games. I can't play him. Quickly might even be back tonight at home. Looking at the injury report, maybe he's back. Boyles, though, yeah, that was a good call last game. I like them going smaller. I don't even know if it's considered smaller, but with him more mobile, more the 4,300 price tag feels about as safe as you could be. I mean, even if he plays bad, you're going to get, I don't know, 18 to 20. And if he plays good, you could get up to like 35 or 40. Going back home, he's going to play a lot better at home too. I like him a lot. I don't like Sandro as much. I do like his game, but 4K, I wish he was a little cheaper. He just popped too, although he's going home too. So you got good role players, or not good role players, but role players playing better at home. Yeah, so Cleveland, on me personally, I'm not going to play Donnie or Harden, but I'm not playing 150 teams. I've been playing one team pretty much in these full slate postseasons. So I'm not going to play them. But Toronto, I could play Barrett. I could play Murray Boyles would be my two guys from Toronto.
Yeah, I tried not to listen to anything you said until you gave me credit for calling Murray Boyles, and then
I brought you back with a little credit.
I ran downstairs to make sure I could
downstairs? I thought you were already downstairs. You got another floor? How many floors you got?
I had to run up real quick. I'm
upstairs.
Down.
I thought you just said downstairs. I was like, how many?
Oh
floors
no,
you
my
got?
bad. I had to run upstairs real quick. I am downstairs. I'm in the basement.
I thought we got 37 minutes on Dyson Daniels, and you just pieced out for the day.
He just doesn't come back.
I was in. Unfortunately, DC, I was not missing the Denver talk at the end of this show, so no way I'm piecing out until after the Denver talk here. But yeah, no, I agree with Tony about like the RJ, CMB. I think I might be a little higher on Sandro, but that's more just a bet that the Jakob Poeltl phase out isn't just a 1-game sample, and they might do that even more. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if he didn't start, honestly, in this series. The good thing about CMB is he can guard multiple positions. So like having him out there is massive for this team. It makes a huge difference. And then, like I said, Sandro's offensive skill set differing from Poeltl also is going to help pull one of these bigs out from under the rim a little bit, make them respect the jumper outside. So I do think that could stick, but we'll see. We'll see what happens here. It is kind of do or die, though. I do agree with this take here where it's like, do or die for the Raps. Main guy's going to play 40. I mean, they were already close to 40. I mean, Sheed played 38 minutes. Scotty Barnes played 40 last game. RJ played 38. Brandon Ingram was terrible again and played 36. And this is actually one thing, Tony. I hate playing Brandon Ingram, but if there was ever a spot for him to bounce back from two of the worst playoff games you will see from a guy as talented as Brandon Ingram, it would be this game in game 3. And honestly, I still don't want to play him, but I do think he's a better play just because I think everyone soured on him. Everyone soured on him. The price tag actually went up. It didn't go down. It went friggin' up to 7,100. I think he was in the 6Ks last slate, and then it goes up to 7,100. But going back home, he's a pure scorer. Going back home will help, I think. And I believe they're going to try and get him into the game as quickly as possible to try and get him going. Whether he can do it or not, we'll see. But you couldn't ask for worse games from Brandon Ingram the first 2 games.
Yeah, I mean, I just think he sucks is my problem. But I will say I do agree with you that if there's a BI spot, it's here. The mid-range, I just never like mid-range guys. It's the same with me always. My take, we've done too many NBA shows.
You love the Jokic ant builds or what, like those type of builds.
I meant basketball with this, but I do that too. But I meant pure basketball. I don't like mid-range shooters like BI, like mid-range jumpers.
Yeah.
But I do agree with that too, though.
The problem with Toronto and why we hate them so much is because their team is all mid-range shooters. Look at RJ Barrett, Brandon Ingram, Scotty Barnes, like everybody. They're all just the same here.
Luckily for me, like I'm not playing a bunch of teams, like I said, so BI's just not going to fit. Even like I think if he plays good, the problem with his game, even if he plays good, he might get you like 42. And that's solid. That's solid. I would take it, but I don't think there's any outcome where I'm like, man, I wish I played BI.
Yeah. You're probably right here. His good outcome is probably 42, honestly, which would be okay still. I just wanted to throw it out there. I think if there was a game, it would be this one. DC, did you add anything on this game? Do you have anything you want to add here? Did you like any of the cheapies here?
I'm with you on Murray Boyles. I mean, I think he's an awesome play at 4,300. Ingram, he seems ready for Cancun to me. So I don't know. I'm out on
going with Houston. Him in Houston to Cancun.
Yeah, exactly. Mitchell seems like clearly the best guy in Cleveland. Their value guys don't look super great. So not a ton to add. I'm in on the Murray Boyles train, and then maybe one of Barrett or Scotty Barnes I think makes sense, but probably not both.
All right, let's get to the final game here on the NBA slate. Then we'll get to the MLB guys. Don't forget to smash the like button on the video here. Early morning show for you guys, 10 a.m. Eastern start. I always love tuning in on
That's the guy. I like this guy. Yes. Finally some appreciation around here.
Hey.
Is that my burger? I love that.
The way I look at that, you win some, you lose some. Can't win them all, Big T. Can't win them all.
Feels good. I love that guy.
Love that guy. You should change your name to Big T's #1 fan or Cock Rider or something like that.
That's a good dude.
I mean, one or the other here.
That's a guy that knows ball.
Does he know ball? Let's get to this Denver game here. Denver, Minnesota. We'll see how much Tony knows ball here. His Denver team going on the road after just a complete, I'm going to call it a complete collapse in the fourth quarter because Jamal, Jokic, Aaron Gordon went missing in a way. They were just really bad. It wasn't like Minnesota played unbelievable and Denver had no shot at the end of the game. They had chances. They couldn't capitalize. It's 1-1 now. This is the best series of the first round. It's not even close from an entertainment standpoint, from a watching, like everything. It's just competitive. This is what we want. Jaden McDaniels, after the win, comes out and pretty much just tells the whole team, you suck on defense. Everybody. Named them, Tony. I think he named everybody but Bruce Brown. Legit. Like everybody but Bruce Brown. He named on the floor all the main guys that were playing. Tim Hardaway, Aaron Gordon, just the whole team. It was insane. And then I'm listening to a clip from, was it Gil's cast or whatever they call it, with Kenyon Martin.
I really love the Gil cast.
Kenyon Martin and all those guys. I will say I don't watch the shows, but I do love the 4 or 5 minute clips.
Because Underdog always tweets them out.
Yeah. And I watched the clips, and Kenyon Martin was just like, dude, you don't just tell everyone your game plan. You can't just like call them out by name and stuff. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, yeah, I mean, you can if you want the smoke, and you can.
The biggest Jokic hater in the world is Rashad McCants. Like every time I see those clips, like he hates Jokic. Rashad McCants on that. Oh, just everything's. He's the biggest hater there is. Everything. But it also, the funniest part, you didn't even bring up the funniest part of that clip. When they were making fun of Spencer Jones, I almost peed my pants. Like,
when they were saying he's looking to foul, who's that guy?
I was dying. These are former players. You're not supposed to just shred a guy like that. They're like, no offense. I'm like, what do you mean, no offense?
Especially like Rashad McCants, of all people. Like, dude, you're supposed to have that guy's back, regardless of what these other guys say.
I was literally dying, but. Yeah, these are two, I would say, top 5 teams overall in basketball. You got 2 top 5 teams playing in the first round of the playoffs, and they've played each other a million times the last 5 years. They've played each other a couple times in the playoffs. I mean, they have had battles. I'm pretty sure they said the last 30 games, they're 15-15 or something. Dead even, whatever the numbers are. They both have won a series. They knocked them out. They knocked us out both ways. There's been intense trash talk. It's just a great series all the way around. I obviously like it because of the Nuggets, but I would like it even if I didn't like either team. Like, it's just great. And I want to see how the Nuggets respond. Now you're going to Minnesota. You're a 2.5-point favorite. You're the better team. And Minnesota's been running their mouth for 3 days. How are you going to respond? Are you going to respond? Because Ant's going to bring it. He loves trash talking and bringing it. McDaniel's going to come. All these role players from Minnesota are going to play better at home. What are you going to do, Denver? What are you going to do? Aaron Gordon, who popped up on the injury report, who played horrible the other night. What are you going to do, Christian Brown? Are you going to make some shots? These are the games I love. 1-1 after some trash talk, 9:30 tonight. I can't wait. I can't wait to watch it. Good thing as far as fantasy is you still got a lot of these Denver guys that are too cheap. I mean, Christian Brown's going to play high 30s, under 5K. Tim Hardaway, just the same as last show we did. Tim Hardaway's a good play. I think Bruce Brown's still the best play. I know he didn't get there last game. I think they'll play him more tonight. I think he's a great play tonight on the road. And Jokic, you just got to decide. He's just so expensive, and he's not going to be as owned. Like, I think he might even end up low owned because of his price. I mean, he's almost 13K when you can play all these other guys in the 8Ks, Ant, Donnie, Jamal, Scotty Barnes, Brunson, Harden, all these guys are 4K cheaper than Jokic. So what is the price? This was kind of the comparison I had last game, but so Jokic is 12.7, and I lost last time in this comparison, but 12.7 and 3,800, so 16.5. So you're playing Jokic and Bruce Brown, at least I am, over say Donnie and Scotty Barnes or Brunson or whoever the 2 8K guys that you want to throw in that equation, which means both of those guys will probably get you somewhere around 90s, in the 90s, somewhere in there. So can Jokic and Bruce get over 100 is kind of that's a high number, right? Like, you got to think the reason everyone's going to play. Just bet I mean, that's a stats. That's pretty good.
We got the NBA or all sports are rigged talk in the chat.
I didn't have stats as a NBA is rigged guy. It kind of surprises me coming from stats.
I mean, I'm with stats. Just bet the side the NBA wants to win. Whoever, if you know that side.
Who do they want to win in this one?
Yeah.
I don't know who they want to win in this one, but it feels to me like they want OKC overall to win. That's just what it feels
Why
like.
would they want OKC to win, though?
I don't know. Dynasty? I have no idea, honestly. I have no idea.
Small market, though, too. And
Yeah.
I don't know.
If I was the
He
NBA,
said, I'll tell you after it's over.
if I was the NBA, I would probably want Wemby to win because he's the guy that's gonna be the superstar in a year that just everyone starts talking about. He's gonna be like the Jokic SGA, where he just starts winning everything as long as he stays healthy. So that would be who I would want, honestly. But
the sports is rigged talk. It is like its own. Like on our lunch crew, I hear my dad and these guys. They every time they lose a bet, it was rigged. Like it's the most common. It's the most common excuse ever from Big T Senior or whatever everyone always calls him. Every game, it's rigged. Like if they turn it over with 10 seconds left, it was rigged. It couldn't just be that they turned it over. It was Jamal Murray shot a long two at the end. It was rigged. It was rigged. So
it is funny because this argument will go on forever, and there will be people on both sides just arguing back and forth. And at the end of the day, both those sides are still going to bet on sports. They're still going to play DFS. They're still going to do all the things. They're never going to. If you actually were like it's rigged, you probably would stop doing this. Probably. But
there are some rigged outcomes for sure. Like we've seen it, MMA, different, but it's never just because like a dude misses a shot or something. Like that's just a normal outcome, or a ref makes a bad call. Like everybody's not Tim Donaghy. Like everyone, you just do make bad calls here and there.
And everyone's everyone can't be perfect. It's like an umpire in baseball, DC. Like the umpire is not going to go 100% on balls and strikes. Like it's just not going to happen. Like refs, umps. You're never going to see a perfect thing. They're going to have bad calls. It's going to happen all the time. It doesn't mean that necessarily is rigged, but I agree with you. Are there rigged outcomes? 100% there are. What are you going to do about it? Nothing. We're still going to.
You're never going to know. So like, it is what it is. MMA, they literally cheat a few times. I still love MMA. We all love MMA.
I can't believe you didn't bring this up, but what'd you think about Aaron Gordon not just being called a bad defender by McDaniels, which whatever, but then those guys like Kenyon Martin were like, he is a bad defender. Like
because shows like that are all clickbait though. Like that's why I didn't even bring it. I don't even regard it because like they don't know what they're talking about. It's all clickbait.
Well, they also don't actually watch like full games anyways, because even in that clip, you'll see them say like Kenyon Martin was like, Jamal Murray did his thing, right? And they were like, yeah, he did. He had 37-7 or something like that. And I'm just standing there going, so you guys didn't watch the fourth quarter.
And they don't have to because they got a following. We have to give actual takes for people to watch us. Right. Those guys are old athletes with a lot of following that people are pushed. Like they just clickbait. I mean, Stephen A., all these guys have shown you the formula. Just go on and just.
And don't get me wrong, they're good at it. I'm just saying, like, you can when you listen to them, you can tell they don't actually watch full basketball.
We're sitting here talking about it. Like, see, it works. It works to just say stuff.
They're good. They're good.
But to summarize this game, I'm excited for this game. I love Ant again. I actually like Randall going back home at 7,200. I don't usually like him. I feel like he's owned Aaron Gordon, and I actually like Randall tonight at 7,200. I don't like Jaden McDaniels, though, after all his trash talk. I don't like any of the other guys, really. None of the prices really change. Nas, I could play Nas again, 4,600. I think he's a good play at home. But, yeah, more of the Denver side. Similar takes the last game, though. I'm not going to play Jamal. Not going to play Aaron Gordon, but everybody else from Denver, I can definitely play.
Yeah, Rudy Gobert was one guy. I mean, when you watch the game, he did a lot of good things, especially on defense. But from a fantasy standpoint, he was one of the most popular plays on the slate and just flopped completely. 15 fantasy points. You would expect him to bounce back, but that's going to be interesting. I'm interested to see what his ownership shakes out at the end of the day. I think going back home, Dante DiVincenzo, a shooter like him, probably has another good game, I think, and he's 5,100.
Was that Ant clip? I never know what's AI anymore. When Ant said he told Rudy they're just going to guard him one-on-one, was that like a real clip or was that AI?
I mean, I think that's what they're doing a lot.
But I mean, he like literally said it though. He's like, I told him we're just going to play one-on-one the whole. I felt like AI to me. Like,
was it?
They're just going to announce that Rudy's going to play him straight up and they're just going to go with it.
I'll be honest. I've gotten fooled with AI clips so many times that I just can't get them straight anymore because they're just so.
Yeah, was that a real quote or was it AI? I never looked at it and I'm just thinking of it right now. He literally was just like, I told Rudy, we're just going to let you play one-on-one, just contest. And
honestly, it sounds like something Ant would just say.
That's why I think it could be real. It's real.
Yeah, that's real.
I'm playing Jokic for sure tonight then. If they're going to, okay, let's play one-on-one, Rudy. Okay, well, let's see how it works out.
I'll tell you right now, one thing I am betting in my parlays is Jokic at whatever point number they're going to let me bet up to, I'm going to bet it because they're going to let him go one-on-one with Rudy. Rudy's had success. I don't think that's going to change in the game plan. And Jokic is going to have one of these games where he drops 50. It's going to happen.
What was the old Jamal clip where he was like, he has 50 on you, brother?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones. He's like talking shit, and then he's like, "You got 50 on you, brother." So yeah, no, that's definitely going to go in. If they only let me bet the 40, I'll bet the 40. Whatever it is, though, because Jokic is going to have a big scoring day.
I'm surprised Rudy Gobert is not on your all deflections DFS team with Dyson Daniels.
Get Rudy in there with him. Yes.
No one hates Rudy more than me.
Get him in there. All the stocks, baby.
He's like the big man version of Dyson Daniels.
Time out.
Yes.
I love how Big T's coming in. He loved Rudy Gobert last game. Let's just throw it out there then. You loved Rudy Gobert. Don't even hide it. You loved him. You were jerking him off on the show. Don't even go there right now.
I love Rudy Gobert.
You did. No, you did. Pull the tape. Tony liked Rudy Gobert last game. He was one of the most popular plays on the slate, and Tony was all about it. Just throwing it out there.
And he wasn't one of my plays of the day. He wasn't in my
Nas Reed outscored Rudy Gobert. Nas Reed outscored Rudy Gobert. Just saying. Just throwing that one out there. So Rudy is condom play. There's an actual condom play right there. Rudy Gobert. And I don't want to talk too much shit because now he's going to do really good. And I'm going to jinx it right now. So I'm going to stop.
I gotta say this about McDaniels. It's a lot of chirping about the other team's defense when you scored 19 fantasy points in 37 minutes. I mean, it's not like McDaniels went crazy. So
you would think though, going back home, it's going to help guys like Jaden, Dante, guys like them back at home. Big T, you're normally on the roll guys back at home.
I just don't love the price tag with Jaden either, though. Like, I don't feel like there's any meat on the bone. Like,
see, I feel like he's a safe-ish condom play when everyone's healthy.
He's gonna get in foul trouble. Watch, he's gonna get in foul trouble.
Oh, you think they're going right at him?
I think Denver's gonna play good tonight. I'll say that. There's been a lot of chirping. I think they play really good tonight.
This game's gonna be awesome either way. I think. I'm excited.
All right, DC's on Minnesota. Big T's on Denver.
I'm on alt lines too. I think it's gonna be a big win. Yeah. I think the series is. I haven't changed my take. I think it's a mismatch. I
know. No, I know you believe that.
Nothing in the last game convinced me otherwise. Denver played horrible.
Yeah, especially the fourth quarter. They were.
I mean, terrible. They were up 20 earlier. They just played bad. Like Jokic was terrible. Jokic is never bad. He was horrible. Jamal was horrible.
That's the one thing we both agree on is I think Jokic, just like you, I think he's going to come out and put
if they put him single coverage with Rudy, what
will they let us bet it up to? Will they let me get 50 on the board?
With a guy like that, I have to imagine they're going to let us get high.
You think so?
It's Jokic. His point total's got to be 30 without even a ladder starting.
I bet you it's like 31, 32. They know it's coming. The books are getting ready for it.
They have to let us get to at least 40.
Oh, 40 for sure. I was just wondering if we could go any higher than 40. Because if he gets one-on-one, and I feel like this has been a thing, like he's just going to go at it. He's not going to force the pass. if he's got the one-on-one. He's just going to try and score. Jokic's prop is 30. They will let us do 50 at plus 2,400 on DraftKings, Tony. There is
24 to 1 that he gets 50 single coverage. Oh yeah, I'm betting that.
45 is 1220.
I'm laddering the whole thing.
And 40 is plus 530.
My only question is when he has like 30 by halftime, do they start doubling or do they just keep saying, Rudy, you got him?
I think by then though, it might be if he gets 30 at halftime, Tony, I think we'll be sitting pretty good, but maybe they start to double him. That's probably
my man's turning on us for the NBA. My not touching NBA though. So what was fixed last night?
He was the one starting the whole rig thing in the chat.
What was fixed last night towards OKC, they didn't cover. So how was it fixed? The other team covered.
Guy's fired up this morning. He's
the other team covered though. So how could it? Was it fixed towards the Suns?
Yeah, it would have been fixed. It would have been fixed the other way. The Suns actually were in the game.
Outcomes that were like Detroit rolled. Like what was fixed? I'm curious. I'm turning on my boy. He had my back early. He's going to turn on me quick now too. But I want to. What was fixed? It was fixed towards OKC, if anything, right? They didn't cover.
I think he's confused by all the bad calls. I think people do this though, Tony. They get confused by the bad calls, like the outcome though. From a Vegas perspective, like it was Phoenix. The Phoenix outcome. That was the Phoenix outcome. It wasn't the OKC.
They should have never covered that game. They were down 28 points or 30 points. Like,
dude, in the third quarter, it wasn't as egregious as the Magic game, but they got outscored like 30 something to 20. Like it, you know what I mean? Like that game could have stretched out easily, and it didn't in the fourth quarter. So, yeah, it is what it is. All right, let's do quick plays of the day, and then we'll get to the baseball talk here for everyone that wants the MLB talk. Big T, I'll go first. I'll give you a second to get your bearings here for your workbench play, your favorite play. We'll do favorite stud, and then we'll do a cheapie here on this slate. And for me, I'm going to go because I know where Tony's going, and I'm going to go the other side of the game. Your boy,
you don't go Dyson Daniels, then get off this show.
Your boy goes smack talk on the entire team.
Oh, God.
Anthony Edwards is going to have to.
Dating.
No, Anthony Edwards is going to have to back up the shit talk that his teammate just put out there for the people. So 8,800 Anthony Edwards. I'm rolling with it, Tony. I'm rolling with Anthony Edwards. And then the cheapie play that I'm going to continue to play just because I don't think it's just a one-game sample. I think it's going to be a thing, is Colin Murray Boyles at 4,300 here. I think it's just too cheap for a guy who's just got multiple paths to getting there, plays offense and defense. The team is going to want that. When you got guys like Mitchell, you're going to get switched out on. They need guys like him that are versatile, can defend multiple positions. I think it's just, phasing out Podol makes a lot of sense here, going towards more of CMB and Sandro. So 4,300 just seems too cheap. That's my plays here for the day. DC, do you got a play here? You got a hoops play?
Yeah, Big Rudy's going to own both your asses. And
God.
1v1. He doesn't need any help. Going to get all the stocks that you think are going Daniels' way. Jokic, won't get anything going today. So I'm on the Wolf side. Rudy Gobert, come on down.
All right, Rudy Gobert. All right, that makes it easy now for Tony. It's going to be Tony and DC battle in here because I think we know one of the plays Big T's going with.
Yeah, we're going Jokic and Bruce Brown. I gave the 2v2. Jokic and Bruce. And honestly, I think Jokic is going to be way lower owned than people think, too. He might be like crazy low owned at this price.
Yeah,
so I might have two low.
It's like $17,000. Hard to.
I know. That's what I mean. But when he gets an 80 piece on your boy Rudy, it's going to feel good.
Yeah, on a 3-game slate, if Jokic is like 15%, though, and he puts up 80, like that's.
I don't see how he even gets to. He'll probably get to 15 just because people play him. But, like, man, he probably won't even get to that.
He might not. You're going to have to jack the projection up for sure, Tony, to get him. So definitely do that if you want some Jokic here. But all right, that's all 3 hoops games here. We'll get to the baseball talk. 6 games over on DraftKings to start us off. 1:05 start time here for the main slate over on DK. So boys are going to break down this 6-gamer here. Good luck to everyone in the NBA stuff. Good luck, boys. Tony, I'll see you after Dyson Daniels gets a triple-double, we'll say. Triple-double for Dyson. I'll be back to chirp.
We'll be waiting.
Yeah.
we'll be waiting.
Wait until next year.
We'll be waiting for a minute. All right. Now that we talked JSU talks too much. Like we should be at baseball. These shows got to be an hour and a half. We can't be here two hours. He talks too much about Dyson Daniels.
I thought we were going to get to MLB lock before we even got
we were getting close. I was starting to get a little nervous about after a 3-game slate too. Let's see. Okay, let's do our normal stuff here. Start with the free weather edge over at Run Pure Sports. Check it out. You always get this free. The first thing you should do for baseball is always just check the weather. Make sure what's going on with the slate. At least that's what I do the very first. Check it out. It looks like nothing today, DC. At least nothing all day. So it's always nice when you pull it up and see zero weather here. And give me a little breakdown of the slate while I pull up the MLB hub over on the site.
Yeah, pull up that MLB hub. 6-game slate, like you said, no weather to worry about. Looks like pretty good conditions and warmer weather in most of these games too. So I think we'll see more offense tonight. I do think it's another pretty tight slate for pitching. I had 4 options yesterday. I see about 4 to go to, and mostly spend ups at the pitching spots. I think is where you want to go. Can find some value bats. So yeah, kind of a narrowed down slate. See if the freaking Padres can do anything. Our Twins 4K guy came through for the most part, but unfortunately, it allowed you to get all those expensive Padres bats in your lineup who didn't do jack. So one more chance for the Padres in Coors Field. We'll see if they can get it done.
Yeah, the Padres have just been so terrible. And we were kind of on it a little bit. Yesterday I did get on them more than the first day, but they're just not that great. So, everyone that was on them the first 2 days is definitely going to come back on them today. Let's pull up. Let's look at the pitchers real quick because I agree with you. In the last couple of days, we've been on the pitchers. So let me sort by projection. Like you said, up top, you got Tariq Skubal. I mean, just first of all, these two, because I've loved the Dodgers against San Francisco. Ohtani was awesome last night. I think he only went, 6 innings, but he was awesome in the time. Even when he got in a little trouble, he always made the big pitch to get out of it. You're going to have to talk me out of not just playing these two right here, Skubal and Glasnow, as we go through, but just looking down. I mean, Sanchez has been a little bit of a letdown, I would say. Again, you're always more in the number side. I could be just eyeball test at fluky stuff. But just to me, he hasn't looked great, and the Cubs have been pretty solid on offense. Logan Webb's going against the Dodgers. Cabrera, I always like, and Philadelphia has been just as bad as the Mets. So he would be like another third guy. And I just don't. Who's the 4? I'm curious. I'm spoiling a little bit, or do we want to save it for game by game?
No, that's fine. I mean, Skubal and Glasnow, like you said, I think those two are going to be by far the highest owned combination. I do think Skubal here. It's like the Brewers don't have Churio or Andrew Vaughn, 2 of their better right-handed bats against lefties. So even like the good Brewers bats mostly swing from the left side, like Turang, no Bowers in the lineup. So I think Skubal, clearly the best option. Glasnow, I think, is second best if you're looking at safety. And then Sanchez, like you said, he's been good still, averaging 23 fantasy points per game. But has been unlucky on just like the batted ball luck. I mean, look at the hits allowed, 8, 6, 11, a lot of ground balls getting through. That's not going to last for Sanchez. I still think he's for sure a top 10 arm in the league, maybe top 5.
To be fair, too, like it might have came across wrong how I was saying, based on like top tier pitchers. Like he's been. I don't want it to sound like I think he's a bum. Because I probably did come across like that.
Yeah, no, he's still awesome. Still one of my favorite pitchers. But the matchup against the Cubs is not ideal. And then also, this is a Wrigley wind game. I mean, it's going to be 80 degrees with the wind blowing out. I do wonder if I could see Sanchez coming in really low owned here, just with the high total due to the win. But Sanchez is like the second best ground ball pitcher in the league behind Soriano. So maybe not as affected as much, right? You got to get the ball up in the air, obviously, to take advantage of the hitting conditions. So I think Sanchez is kind of uniquely prepared or style of pitching to deal with, tough pitching conditions at Wrigley Field. So if the ownership, projections get low enough on Sanchez, I'm absolutely willing to play him. But I do agree with you. Skubal, Glasnow, clearly the safest combination. Skubal, the first guy in my lineup. I mean, I just don't see getting away from him. But I think you can play Sanchez over Glasnow. But man, beyond those three, Big T, it's pretty hard to make a case for most of these guys. The guys, the two that made my playbook were Soroka, who's been awesome to start the year. I'm not really buying it with Soroka, and the White Sox have been swinging good bats. They were on a lot of winners yesterday, but I think you could play Soroka. And then the other guy I wrote up was another Braves rookie, J.R. Ritchie, who's a pretty good prospect, making his debut here. I don't fully trust this guy. Some of the metrics, I talked a lot about the Twins pitcher. I think the Twins guy just a better pitcher than Ritchie will be, even though the prospect rankings would say otherwise. So 7,200 for him against the Nationals, I think, is fine. But I don't see anyone below him I'm willing to play. And I really do think for the most part, you want to stick to Skubal, Sanchez, Glasnow. Looks like Logan Webb will get some ownership, but I don't really want to play that against the Dodgers. He hasn't looked great to start the year either. So pretty simple pitching slate, I think, with the three studs up top. Going to make up the majority of my lineups for sure.
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty much on the same page, and I probably will just play the top two, but you make a good case, and I do agree. I mean, he's been solid, so definitely let's move on to the games. Atlanta, Washington, you kind of just touched on it in the pitching section, but this game looks really good for me offensively. Yeah. Honestly, it's by far my favorite game. The only issue I have, it's somewhat tough to stack it with the two pitchers. Usually it's easier, but all these big bats, you're going to have to get a little more creative. And it goes back to my point yesterday from the show. You got to just play some dumpsters here and there. And I used to have a lot of success with it. I don't know why I stopped doing it, but to fit those two guys, and that's why I'm saying I almost want to force it in. So, say I play those two pitchers and just stack this game up, just see what it fits in there. Go position by position. I honestly like bringing it up on DraftKings sometimes. Put my two pitchers in, pull this game up, and just start mixing and matching and kind of see where you need to go to fit it in because, man, I really, really like this game. Michael Harris hit a couple bombs yesterday. Look how hot this Atlanta lineup is. I mean, you got Acuna, the only cold bat besides the two bums at the bottom that are cheap. You go to the Washington side, James Wood's been amazing all year. This Lyle dude's hit some bombs. CJ Abrams is cold right now, but we know the talent. I always like Luis Garcia at 3K. Honestly, he might be my favorite play of the day almost at 3K. Just love that price against Ritchie, who you talked about, who we don't love. But I don't need to take a ton of time. I love this game. Let me know what you think.
I'm with you. I think we see offense here. And Ritchie, I just kind of felt like I needed to include some cheap option, and so he kind of made the cut for that reason. But I'm not super excited about Ritchie. All these lefties, what is there? I think 8 lefties in there against the right-handed Ritchie. I think the Nationals could do some damage. Obviously, James Wood, Abrams lead the way, but like I said, Garcia. I mean, even Tana is 2,600 in the 3-hole. I think that's a decent punt. Dalen Lyle hit a bomb yesterday. He's swinging a good bat. I like what I've seen from him. So National side looks good, kind of as a contrarian stack, but the Braves, they're my favorite team on this slate. A little bit less expensive than the Padres. Outside of Acuna, I mean, everybody's sub 5K, so you can fit these guys. Drake Baldwin has been insane, and I think Cade Cavalli is really bad. I have not liked what I've seen from him. I think he's going to get blown up a ton. Really bad command. Can't figure out how to find the strike zone. Michael Harris, dong draft yesterday with the double dong. He's an awesome play at 3,200. Even Yastrzemski down there.
Did you have him in the dong draft yesterday for 2 dongs?
Got him.
Oh, baby, dog, you are on fire with these bombs. You even called your shot yesterday when you were hot, and then you got 2. Wow.
Yeah, we'll try to get some more at the end of the show. But yeah, Harris. I mean, I think the Braves are going to crush Cavalli here. Horrible bullpen behind him and good hitting weather in Nationals Park. So Braves, number 1 stack for me. I'm not playing the Padres again, Big T. If they burn me, they burn me. I'm not going back there. I've had enough Padres for the last couple of days.
I am 100% with you with there's just no way there's just no way.
Give me the Braves over the Padres easily.
I just can't do it. And just out of curiosity, so I was kind of pulling up, just putting these names in. One way you can get different with Atlanta too, like you don't have to play Acuna. He's one of the colder, that price tag's high. I love Acuna, but to fit those 2 pitchers in, how is Dom Smith eligible in outfield too is my question. Like, there's no way he plays outfield, right? He can't move.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I mean, that's a nice addition though, because you could never play him when it was just him and Olsen. Yeah. But like to say it's somewhat easy to fit anything from this game. Like, as long as you don't, even Acuna, you can fit somewhat easy. So I mean, I'm all systems go on this game. The more I play around with it, you can fit it easy with 2 pitchers you want. So let's move on. We love it. Milwaukee, Detroit, Skubal, and Sprout. I like Detroit. I always like your boy McConaughey up top. I don't love the rest of the lineup. Like Carpenter struggled. Torkelson just hit a bomb, but he's cheap. Their price tags are cheap to go with the stud pitchers, though, and I do like the matchup. Obviously, I'm not playing any Milwaukee against Skubal, but what you got in this game?
Yeah, similar to you. Not playing any Milwaukee. If you're trying to get 1 bat, I think Gary Sanchez, a catcher at 3,400, could hit a bomb, but don't need it and probably not going to it myself. But yeah, the Tigers, I think, are interesting. Brandon Sproat has not looked great. Don't think he's very good. McGonigal is an awesome play, leading off 4,600. The power hasn't shown up for him, but he's another one where it's coming for McGonigal. He's going to be one of the best hitters in baseball pretty clearly, and still relatively cheap at 4,600. So he's my favorite play on the Tigers. But yeah, Colt Keith, Riley Green, Dingler's been crushing it. Carpenter's got power. Tigers are a team I think you can, stack up, 5-man stack against Sproat, especially if you're trying to fit in the big pitchers. Most of these guys are pretty cheap. So I do like the Tiger side led by McGonigal, and the lefties generally are what you want, but that's most of the good bats in this lineup. Even Winsil Perez, if you need a punt down in the 8-hole, flat 2K switch hitter, so should be safe from pitch hit risk, and a decent enough bat is Perez. So some good cheap options on the Tigers as well, and I think they are, one of the teams you can get a little bit off the board with some pretty good cheap bats that have legitimate power as well.
100%. Let's move it along. You talked about the wind. 2 pretty good pitchers, though. That tells you how strong the wind is, because you got a high total for 2 good pitchers. So it almost means more to me in that case than when it's like 2 scrubs and it's a 12-run total or something, and it just makes it super easy. But this game, I still like the pitchers more than the hitters. I know Philly's just been so bad. I know the wind. You talked about it with Sanchez, but I think Edward Cabrera's solid too, solid enough against a just ice-cold team. I mean, you can always play Schwarber and Bryce, especially in the wind, but look at the rest of the lineup. It's horrible. The only advantage at all is you can easily play the pitchers with whatever stack you want from Philly. But I just don't, unless you talk me into something, I just don't see it. And I'm definitely not playing the Cubs. Even though I might not play Sanchez a ton, I'm not playing the Cubs against Sanchez. So I'm going to be lower on this game. I am curious to hear your take, though, with the wind and 2 pitchers, a little bit of a rock fight here. What do we got?
I mean, it is an interesting game with awesome hitting conditions, but then two good pitchers and 2, at least on paper, offenses that should be good. I'm not playing the Cubs. I'm not ever really going to play anybody against Sanchez. Obviously one of the better pitchers in the league. And, there are certain pitchers like Garrett Cole gives up I know he's hurt right now, but gives up home runs. Like you can take some hitters against him. Sanchez he's given up 1 home run all year. Just so hard to get the ball airborne against him that I'm really never going to take hitters against him, even in a game like this. So give me Sanchez over the Cubs bats. I do think I'll be curious what Sanchez comes in at. I think it'll be a spot, Big T, where I bet he'll get some ownership in the smaller dollar, massive entry teams just because he's a big name. But I bet when you get into like the single entry, if you're playing like the 121, I bet nobody's going to play Christopher Sanchez. So I do think he's a fun contrarian play in those types of contests. More interest in the Phillies side, but I like the Braves way more than the Phillies, even in the Wrigley conditions. So yeah, Schwarber, Harper, I think are pretty good plays. Brandon Marsh at 3K in the 5-hole. You can certainly play lefties against Cabrera. He hasn't been super great against those guys. Stott, Crawford are cheap at the bottom. I like the Philly side a lot better, but still don't like it as much as the Braves.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with you. And so we got Mama Rocks asking a question. Do you all do 5-3, 5-2-1 stacks on 6 games? Big slates, I know we do. Me personally, I just make sure I got 5 in a slate like this, especially with a bunch of offenses I like. I don't worry about the 3, 2, or 1. I just go kind of 5X. Maybe some are 3, maybe some are 2, maybe some are 1. How do you proceed, DC?
Yeah, I think 5-2-1 is my overall favorite. I think I've said if I had to just commit to one,
get you one off too.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I'm also more willing to do 4-4, or even I'll throw in some 3-3-2s occasionally if there's individual bats that I think are underpriced or need to fit the pitchers. So a little more willing to go off the grid. Stats seeing 5-2-1 is the best. I agree. I think that's the overall best way to go. And yeah, probably the case on this slate. I mean, I'm getting 5 Braves in there. I think you're probably going to do the same thing. So
I like the Nats too. I like that game a lot. That first game. I love the Nats.
Yep.
Also, we have Richard. Research Hub is beyond its time, has an AI feel to it. RPS is the future. We are very optimistic about everything going on. All the tools getting popped up by Statsational and doing a great job with it, and other people. I'm not cutting other people off too, but he's in there grinding it. And yeah, we're super positive. We're adding stuff every day. Like Stats is saying right here, run the sim analysis in the builder. Will tell you the best stack for each slate. That's when he said 5-2-1. Makes a ton of sense because having a one-off plus your favorite stack it's kind of how I naturally build anyways. I'll pop my 2 favorite pitchers in usually, find my favorite stack, and then just see what fits. Hopefully you find like a 2-1. Maybe I got like a cheap one-off that I love that's a random. That's how I like to do it. Here we go.
Has there been an MLB day this season yet where there's not a bunch of screenshots? Like
there hasn't been.
Every morning I get in there and it's like
every single day. And again, it's like I'm sure people watching are like they're just saying it to sell, but it's not the case. Like this stuff is really good. I'm using it personally. DC's using it personally. Like it's good stuff. So there's no reason not to check it out. 26% off right now too. Playoffs 26% off any Run Pure only package. Check us out. It works for the annual even. You can get a whole year of Run Pure for under $600. And then if you only want to try like a week, just try a week out. 26% off. I don't know what I don't have the flyer up in front of me, but it's not expensive. It's probably $15 or something for a week or whatever it is, the exact amount. I have to pull the flyer up, but freaking awesome stuff. Check us out. Let's move on to I wanted to say this guys too. I forgot. Started off with $7 on the hub, 3-day heater up to $750. These are the stories I like the best because it's casual people watching the shows, signing up, starting with, let's face it, a lot of people don't play for a ton of money. That's just the facts of it. They're doing it for fun, which they should. 7 into 750 is freaking awesome. And it shows that you don't need a ton of money to have fun and make some money with it. Like we always say, if you go to the movies, you spend $100. You go to dinner, you spend $100. There's nothing wrong with doing gambling and DraftKings and DFS for fun. Like you don't have to have some massive edge. Like you can do parlays for fun. You can all that kind of stuff there's nothing wrong with it at all. People always think you need 150 teams and all this stuff. Yeah, the NFL one's going to be even better, Stats says. I mean, just great things coming to Run Pure. Me and DC, Stats, everyone is as optimistic as we've been. I can say it since the very beginning. In the very beginning of Run Pure, we were very optimistic and it went great. We're just as optimistic right now, and I can pretty much promise you it's going to go great the rest of the year with everyone working together in the right direction to provide great content, great stuff on the site. It's great stuff. So I know I'm excited. DC, I know you're excited. Let's move on to the next game. Coors, we kind of talked about it. I'm done with the Padres. They're just bad. They're going to stay chalky. I like the other teams more. I honestly don't love the Rockies today either. And as much as I like some of those other games, I'm just going to play the big ball move and drop them on the table and say, not going to play a ton of Coors. Definitely not going to play the Padres. Maybe I play a sliver of the Rockies. I'm just going to be lower on this game. So what do we think about Coors?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm sick of the Padres. Feltner is actually okay. Like, I'm not playing Feltner, but Padres will probably go off now that we're off them. But I'm not going there. Obviously, a good stack, but they're hard to fit. I mean, we don't like the cheap pitching, so just go in a different direction. We're both on the same page with the Padres. The Rockies side, though, I think is very interesting going up against Matt Waldron. He's like a 40 to 50% knuckleball pitcher, the only remaining knuckleball pitcher in the league. I'll be honest, I'm not really sure how like the altitude affects the movement of the knuckleball, but I would guess it flattens it out. And, I like to kind of dig deep with like players versus pitch types and all that stuff. I mean, I have no idea which of these Rockies hitters are good against the knuckleball. There's no way to know because they never face one. So you're kind of guessing, but you just want the guys with power, obviously. Will be good hitting conditions again in Coors Field. I don't think we have the lineup yet, but yeah, Moniak, Goodman, our guy, Troy Johnston, really anybody in the Rockies lineup I think is interesting. Waldron, I mean, he might be like really bad. Only threw the 8 innings, something like that last year. Career home run rate of 1.5 per 9 innings pitched. Obviously going to go up pitching in Coors Field instead of his home park in San Diego. So I love the Rockies side here, but I'm with you. Gonna take a pass on the Padres today.
Rumfield sending one to Idaho. Nice, Kevin says. I do love the Rockies are a better team than people think. Like they're not great, don't get me wrong, but they've been a little upstart this year, right? DC, you live out there. Are people like somewhat optimistic about them, even though they're not a good team? Like, and you're in with the Dodgers, which sucks in the division, but
I think it's gonna take a little time for people to buy into the Rockies after 30 years of ineptitude. I might be at this game, Big T. I invited our old friend Travis Mangone. Now,
we need pictures and updates. We need a thread with the whole day with old Travis.
It's not noon yet, so he's probably still sleeping after playing Call of Duty till 6 a.m. But we'll see if he accepts my invitation. If he does, I might have to have a Padres stack just because you can't.
If you go to the game, you got to stack it up. Yeah, I mean you have to stack it up. That's a rule. Like if you ever go to a game, and I don't care what game it is, it could be any game. If you don't stack up the game when you go, you're not DGen enough.
It doesn't need to be your main team. You don't need to do it with every team, but you got to have a stack of each of the two teams
and a full game stack. And you gotta throw some stuff. And the good thing is you live in Colorado, I live in Cincinnati, so if we ever go, we at least got a chance to be live, no matter who's pitching. The parks are very good for runs. All right, let's move on. Keep it going since JSU took 2 hours to talk about the NBA. I'm trying to scoot us along so we can make it by lineup block. Arizona, the White Sox. The White Sox just keep raking. I mean, look at the top of the heat metrics here for the stats puts on it. Top 5 guys. Murakami, I think, has got it, 5 straight games now, averaging 16.7. And Arizona's just as hot. So Soroka has been pretty good, though, like solid. Davis Martin's been better than I realized, too. I need to get stats. Stats is still watching, I'm sure. Everybody always makes fun of ERA. Can we get this to say, like, strikeout percentage and like what's a better one? WOBA or something? What should we get on here, DC? You're the numbers guy. What's better than ERA right here?
X-WOBA. That's what we want.
X-WOBA. And like I want like strikeout percentage. Like I always like to see like that. Something different than ERA stats. We're upgrading every day. This sheet this is perfect right here. Everything about this. Just something besides ERA for just because I hate quoting it. I like to like read all the stuff when I'm going through the game, and then I just know DC is going to make fun of me for talking about ERA. I guess there is K per 9 up here. That's not. We just got it. Something besides the ERA.
He's catering to the boomers with the ERA.
That's true though. The boomers are. My dad loves the ERA. Like, oh, he's got a 2.78 ERA. Yeah. It's a good point. That's smart. That's
your dad probably likes the win-loss records for the pitchers as well.
Yeah, the win. He hasn't won. They were doing that with Chase Burns last year around here. They're like, he hasn't even won a game. I'm like, are you watching? Like, he's a beast. Yeah, talk about this game though. Two nice offenses, two hot offenses, two overachieving pitchers at least. You can talk more about the metrics and stuff though, because honestly, they both have been pretty good, and the total is lower than I thought it would be. So the sports books are respecting the pitching too. So it's kind of an interesting situation here.
Yeah, I'm kind of opposite, I guess, from what the books are saying. I know these pitchers have had good results so far. I don't trust these guys to keep it going. Soroka, I mean, we've got decent sample size on both. I don't see real changes that they've made. You know, sometimes you just have a run of 3 or 4 good starts, and then it all falls apart. And I kind of think that's what's going to happen for Soroka and Martin. So I do think you could play Soroka, but I'm not excited about it. And yeah, the two guys, I mean, I mentioned it every show, but they hit a home run every game. Murakami, show heavy, as our guy Boynton likes to call him, and Colson Montgomery. So 5 games in a row for Murakami, 4 in a row for Montgomery. Just huge power from both these guys. And, you know, Soroka's not a huge strikeout guy, gives up power to lefties. They're awesome plays. Once again, those are the 2 main guys you want, Montgomery, Murakami. Rookie Sam Antonacci, I think, is an interesting play as well. He's 2,900, got some speed, fun player to watch. He's interesting. And then Vargas would be the fourth guy that I like for the White Sox. But mostly Murakami, Colson Montgomery. You know, if you're in that playing the 5-2-1 stack, that's a perfect 2-man stack, Murakami and Montgomery, to get in there with the huge power. So, yeah, White Sox look interesting. And, yeah, D-backs were on a lot of winners last night. I know our guy Saul, I think he shipped the 121 or some other big tournament for a big score, mostly D-backs on his lineups. Carroll, Perdomo with big games. We've seen Ildemaro Vargas is somehow just absolutely on fire right now. Nolan Arenado, you woke him up from the dead. Big T, he's swinging a good bat. Obviously, you got, you know, Marte in there. Del Castillo at catcher, 3,600 looks good. I like the Snakes team a lot against Davis Martin, and I think you can play the White Sox too. So I like the over in this game, and I think we're going to see runs again here in Arizona.
DC, did you see we got game logs? If I click on a name, look at this. We got
ooh.
Oh, I hit the wrong button, but yeah, like if you click a picture, you can pull it out. It looks clean too. I'm so OCD with stuff. You know that by now. This is so clean, like just so easy to read. You see their DraftKings points, FanDuel points, everything. This is all I need right here for a pitcher. Like, and you talked about, so I'll pull up because you talked about how good Sanchez has been, and I kind of look all these. He's got 8. Or wrong column. Where's the 8, 8, 6, 7, and 10 strikeouts? That was better than I thought. Not going super deep, but rock solid DK points too. But this is clean, even for you. You gotta like stuff like this, right? When you click on it, nice and smooth. KB consistency. There's just I won't let me scroll though. I keep scrolling. That's the only issue. Stats. I like to report because we're still in beta. I think with this thing, it won't let me scroll unless I click out. But
is this going to be like good features? Is this going to be like NBA Top Shot where it's in beta for 7 years?
We upgrade each day. I feel bad too. I keep telling them like in the DMs, I'm like, I feel like I'm nagging you because I keep like sending stuff or like upgrades and stuff, and that's all I do. And I'm like, I don't want to be the nag. I can't be the naggy.
I think stats are probably getting a lot of DMs these days, also because I'm in there as well with some suggestions.
He's got to appreciate it though, because everyone's liking his stuff. I mean, his stuff's awesome. All right, let's move on to the last game. Definitely a pitching game for me. Two good pitchers, even against the Dodgers. I mean, Logan Webb's not a guy I want to pick on a slate like this, so I'll make it easy and speed us up. I like both pitchers. Well, I'm not going to play Logan Webb against the Dodgers, but I like him as a pitcher. So no hitters for me here.
Yeah, definitely not on the Giants side. I think Glasnow, if you're just looking for safety at pitcher, you just play Scooba and Glasnow. You're probably going to be just fine at pitcher and try to win it with the bats. Hard to argue with that. Giants offense has been pretty bad all year long, and Glasnow has looked good. So in on Glasnow. I do think he'll get a lot of ownership, but that's all right. That pitcher, we can win elsewhere. Webb, I mean, I just don't really play any pitchers against the Dodgers, even in San Francisco, so I'm not going to go there. Not super excited about this Dodgers offense for their prices, but it is a little bit easier to hit in San Francisco in the day compared to when the old Marine layer. Remember when the Marine layer was all the rage in the DFS streets, Big T? People couldn't stop talking about the Marine layer. Feel like it's faded in relevance, but afternoon games in San Francisco ball does carry a little bit better. So you could stack the Dodgers against Logan Webb. Not like he's been dominant by any means this year, but just no price discount for the park. So hard to get to. Much prefer the Braves, the Rockies. Contrarian Dodgers, I think, are okay, but probably not getting to much of those guys myself.
The hardest part is what you said. Like to play the pitchers we want, which you wouldn't play Glasnow, but maybe you play the Phillies guy, you play whoever I'm drawing up.
It just doesn't fit,
look at the tags. I mean, you can't pay those prices. And they could go off. The Dodgers could always go off. You should see that. So this one of the members, this Austin, sent me a picture. He's in his Tesla. On the Tesla screen, he's got our show up where he's watching us, and he has the laptop in his lap with the research hub. It's one of the best, and on the up top, he's got a sex wax picture thing. One of the best pictures I've ever seen. I need to. I mean, this is
the Tesla's driving him around while he watches our show and makes lineups. That's.
I want to see if I can screen share.
The future is now.
I want to see. I want to screen share this thing. Where's this thing at? How do I screen share I don't know how to screen share Discord though. Let's see if I can figure this out because
don't pick the wrong screen, Big T.
That's what. And I got a million things up on my screen. Here we go. I think this. Hopefully nothing pops up weird here, but let's try it. Look at this picture with the sex wax up top on the screen. Our show and the hub. I mean, that is a guy that's going to win some money today. There's no way the sex wax thing hanging. What's that all about anyways? What is Mr. Zog's sex wax? I mean, this is one of the greatest pictures I've ever seen.
Living large. I like it. It's good way to do it. Yeah.
The hub and Tesla, two of the greatest engineering feats of this century. All right, let's move it along. Let me pull back up the hub for some stacks. Your favorite 3 stacks?
Braves, clear one for me. We'll go Tigers against
there you go.
Against the Sprout Goat, and Rockies against knuckleballer Matt Waldron, my 3 favorite stacks.
I'm going Braves, Washington, and God, Arizona's so hot just staring at me. I got to go Arizona. They're so freaky. I kicked myself all night last night for not having more. All right, there we go. Favorite, we already talked pitchers enough, everyone. Your favorite 2 pitchers, though?
Yeah, I mean, it's really a 3-pitcher slate for me. Skubal, Sanchez, Glasnow. Take your 2. I think Sanchez, like I said, is going to be really low owned for his talent level due to the Wrigley wind. But I think he can pitch well despite it. So I do like a low owned Sanchez, but Skubal, Glasnow going to be by far the most popular combination, I think, for good reason, deservedly so.
Absolutely. My 2, I mean, I'm just going to play Skubal and Sanchez. let's go to, Scooball and Glass now. I'm sorry, I said it wrong. Scooball and Glass now. Let's go to the home run draft. You had another. Did any of your other two hit it, or did you just have the double last night?
I think just the double from Michael Harris. So we'll have to settle for that.
Half my problem is I can't ever. I need to write down who I pick because then I forget, and then I don't even end up betting the ones I do. I bet different ones and stuff. I need to get better with that. All right, hot plus boom at the top. You said I'm not allowed to cheat, but I'm cheating again and looking at it. You start us out. Who we got out of the gate?
I mean, I got to go back to yesterday's double dong call. Michael Harris got to be the first.
Yes, right back in there after the double. I'm gonna go. God, Hunter Goodman hit one yesterday too, right? I'm gonna take Hunter Goodman as a catcher. I can even use him as a one. I do like Baldwin though for Atlanta, but give me Hunter Goodman for my first.
Like the Goodman call, I'll go with the Rook, Kevin McGonigal. Gonna get one for the Tigers today.
Look at your boy. I didn't even see your boy Harris. He's lurking up there on the boom plus the hot list. Let me go another catcher. I'm going to go two catchers. Drake Baldwin keeps hitting them. I'm going to go Drake Baldwin.
That one feels like a lock.
It does feel like I always every time I've played him, I think he hits a bomb. Like
he hits a bomb every day. So I will go with who we got here. I mean, hard to bet against these White Sox sluggers going off every day. So give me Colson Montgomery.
He's another guy that's just good.
He also
example. Go ahead.
He fits with the Braves too because they don't have a good shortstop, so you can plug Montgomery in there.
Which is nice, and I agree with your take too. Like the good part about like a 5-2-1 build is the White Sox truly feel like boom, boom, Murakami, Montgomery. It gets you off Olsen in your stack too, which gets you a little different, where it forces you to have a different Brave stack, or even with Washington. Like they both fit with my stacks, honestly, because Washington, I like Luis Garcia, but you don't like have to have him, so it pushes me in that direction. I gotta find a cheaper. Who's cheap? Is there any Wrigley bats that are under 35 to get me double? Give me Brandon Marsh. He's 3K. Yeah. I'll take him at Wrigley against Edward Cabrera. All right, we have been on another hour and a half show. NBA tonight. We're looking forward to that. Baseball, obviously, I love day slates. Anything else, DC, going into a great day of sports, honestly, and golf started this morning for all of you sweating the stupid team event that I hate, but it's still golf. What's going on? Baseball with Mangone. It's going to be a great day.
Hopefully, Coors Field with Mangone. So anyone watching in Denver, if you're at Coors Field, come find me and Mangone. We'll be having a good time.
Have you ever taken my advice on those handicap seats in left field yet?
Yes, I have. Yes.
No, that's the cheat code right there, baby. All the seats, it's always open. You're right on the fence. Do you like it as much as I talked it up?
Oh, it's fantastic. And Mangone's always got some weird injury, so we can get there.
Use him for the handicap section. You got Mangone.
Every time I see him, he's limping around somehow. So hopefully we'll be go find us in the handicap seats. You
got me dying. I should tell. I'm going to tell my stepdad's an usher in left field out there too. I'd tell him to say hi to you guys.
Oh, nice.
I'm sure he'll be down there. He loves the Rocky stuff. All right, good show. Hopefully, everyone keep these screenshots coming. Playoff 26 for 26% off any Run Pure package, even annual, weekly, monthly, everything's rolling. Let us know any feedback you have. Let's keep these winners going. See you guys tomorrow.